Yo, what's poppin'? People, your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do. Before we get started, we got to give a shout out to you, the viewer, for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, do us a solid. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little star at the bottom. Share this work. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. And y'all know we cannot get started or do not one video without giving love to the beautiful ladies of the CU aunties who are always in the building, always in the chat, always in the live stream, showing love. So if you see a CU auntie in the chat or in the live stream, make sure you show them some love and give them the utmost respect. We got to give a big shout out to the CU auntie. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing like a CU auntie. Them some beautiful ladies. But anyway, we got to talk about Kevin Stefanski because all of this noise around Kevin Stefanski and what he has done to Shedeur in these last 3 weeks, how Shedeur has made a big turnaround. Y'all trying to give Kevin Stefanski that credit? Like, he did this when we already knew Shedeur was like this? Come on, dog. We don't even know if Kevin Stefanski going to be here next year or Shedeur. So, but let's talk about it. The question is, who's going to be around to get out next season? Is it going to be Shedeur or is it going to be Kevin Stefanski? We don't know. But what we do know is that Kevin Stefanski is getting a lot of credit for doing a lot of nothing. Like he's all of a sudden the quarterback whisperer. Like Shedeur was absolute trash. But you remember, that's what they were reporting from the Browns. The Browns were telling all of these media people that Shedeur is so far behind Dylan Gabriel. But he just got his start 3 weeks ago. So you're telling me that in 3 weeks, in a week, because we ain't going to say 3 weeks, in a week, Kevin Stefanski has just turned into the ultimate guy. He's the best quarterback in the world, best quarterback coach in the world. He's the best dude for the job. After Shedeur's stellar performance, 364 yards of total offense, 29 rushing yards, and 4 touchdowns, we got questions. Shedeur was even the second best quarterback in the league last week. What they got? That's a rookie. But them boys on 92.3 The Fan, they asked Ashley Bastrop the same question. You know, old girl that worked with Mary Kay on Cleveland.com. Yeah, that part. Let's go. Let's see what they talking about. You know,
I could see the Browns having to have the conversation of if Shedeur is going to be our guy going forward, is Kevin Stefanski a fit with Shedeur in how we want to run an offense or how we want to run the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair question again, right? And those are all things I think that will get answered in the aftermath of this season, but it's something they're going to have to evaluate. And I think the wins and losses are going to play a factor in it. I think how he does is going to play a factor in it, meaning Shedeur. So we'll have to wait and see on all of that. Like, I don't think it means it absolutely cannot work and one of them has to go somewhere else or both of them have to go somewhere else. That to me is not the vibe I've gotten. And I also don't really think reality at this point. I think this football team right now really is curious to see what Shedeur Sanders is going to do over these final 4 weeks.
I think we all are curious to see what Shedeur Sanders is going to do over these final 4 weeks, which I kind of have an idea, which I have given to several of you already. Shedeur is going to ball out. Shedeur is going to do what Shedeur has always done, which is ball the hell out. Ball out. see the beginning. This is the beginning stage of what Shedeur can do. He's just warming up to the NFL game, which if he would have got to start earlier, then who knows where we would be right now. Who knows? But what I'm saying is, this. If Shedeur would have gotten the start like I suggested in week 3, then we would be looking at a different Shedeur Sanders. Because Shedeur plays, as he's told you, as I've told you guys, he plays by touch and feel. So he gets better the more he plays. He gets a better understanding of the game. He breathes in information almost like by osmosis. He learns teams as he goes. So the more and more he plays, the better he'll become within the game. But let's talk about it.
The quarterback whisperer thing died years ago with and if he could have done this, if all it takes is 3 weeks, get that Stefanski magic touch, all it takes is 3 weeks, then we would have seen it at some point in 6 years with other quarterbacks.
I'm simply asking
we would have seen
you
it somewhere.
To give
like,
him a modicum.
Use our logic.
I'm asking you to give
I
him
don't
a
know. I don't even want
modicum
to. It makes me so angry. I think yesterday I was like, I'll give you a pinch. Maybe a pinch is the best I could do in this.
Yeah, it's a
but
modicum.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know that I can do that right now because I'm so irritated at the idea that people want it to be like as much credit as Shedeur is getting. They want to give it to Stefanski, but like just
that's how the NFL works.
No, but think logically for a second. Like just for a second. What sense does it make that in 3 weeks Stefanski could work some sort of magic and have Shedeur from a 5th round pick to being the version that you saw on Sunday? It doesn't. That's not logical because it's not true. Shedeur was always this good. He was always going to be this good. And it would have been the same if it was Stefanski or if it was you out there coaching him.
I don't think I would have.
The quarterback whisperer thing.
It would have been the same because Shedeur is just that good. Shedeur has always been this good. You just had to get out there to see.
Just think about it.
You just have to see it. And now the media is trying to build it up and give Kevin Stefanski credit for Shedeur being this good. Yes, he spent time with Shedeur in the mornings, but they was going over plays. They was going over logistical stuff. They going over regular stuff. He ain't out there with that going over throws, going over routes. We've watched Shedeur do this all of his college career. You just have to give him a minute. Just like 9 times out of 10, the first or second, maybe even the third series in a game, he might not move the ball that much. But after that point, oh boy, it gets real spiffy. Let's go.
Everyone just sound it out for themselves really quickly. Just do this in your head, okay? What is more likely? With the vast majority of them, all of a sudden, in a 3-week stretch with Shedeur could magically fix every problem he's ever had, and all of a sudden the light bulb goes on and he's the reason why? Or do you think maybe Shedeur was just always awesome at this and it was always going to happen in spite of Stefanski? Like sound it out. Which do you think makes the most sense?
Can I be real? Really, can I really infuriate you and say it's somewhere in between?
No, it's not somewhere in between.
No,
it's going to infuriate me. No, it's not somewhere in between.
Kevin does.
If you could fix a
Kevin is
quarterback,
the offensive head coach of the NFL.
If you could fix that quarterback in 3 weeks, the way that some people are suggesting he fixed Shedeur, then he would have a job for life in any capacity, in any part of the head coaching world in the NFL. It's because it's not true.
I'm not saying he fixed him. I'm saying, is he a part of Shedeur's development now? I think the answer is yes.
If Kevin Stefanski did anywhere near what they were suggesting, he is right. Kevin Stefanski would have a job for life in the NFL.
Shedor's play over the last 3 weeks.
Period.
I mean, all of it.
But we not going. We said this, and they even said this earlier. Earlier, this was said. They predicted this exact moment that at some point, once Shedeur started balling out, that they would try to give Kevin Stefanski credit for Shedeur's balling out. Let me find that. Let me find that recording, because there is no way Kevin Stefanski deserves a modicum of credit for what Shedeur is doing right now, because he didn't get the reps he deserved or should have gotten and needed in order to be prepared. In his first NFL game, he wasn't prepared because he didn't get the reps, and he was just thrown into a game as a backup. Huh? How could you let this happen? How could you send a player into a game, put him in the position to just flat out fail because you didn't give him the opportunity to practice and prepare for that moment, knowing that that moment could pop up on any given Sunday, period. But that's what happens. No. Oh my God. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. I'm not even finding this clip, but it's because I'm talking to y'all and I ain't looking for it. But why would you try to put him in this position and then try to give him credit for what Shedeur is producing on the field? How does Kevin Stefanski get credit for that? It's not. He doesn't get credit for something he failed at doing. You know, he's a 5th round pick. They didn't want him to play. They didn't want him to practice. It was obvious. It was obvious. But it is what it is, man. It's just that Kevin doesn't deserve the credit that they're trying to offer him. See what I'm saying? He doesn't deserve any of the credit that they're trying to give him. Let's see
what they say, and listen to them talk about how Dillon is progressing and how good Dillon's looked, and he's a young quarterback, and this, that, and the other. And then I want you to put it up against what you see, and then you have to take that and then put it over with what's being reported or not reported about Shedeur.
Meanwhile, on top of this, Nick, again, because Shedeur is clearly so far, he says sarcastically, so far away from ever being able to see a football field.
He's making his sarcastic face.
These are my sarcastic hands. These are my sarcastic face. But he's so far away from seeing the field. Yet he's the backup quarterback. So he's like he's so incompetent and so far away from being the guy that you could trust to actually start a game. But if Dillon Gabriel, I don't know, stubs his great toe, guess who's in that game though? It's then Shedeur Sanders. So like tell me what's real. Is he so far away and is so whatever, but you still trust him to be the backup quarterback and one play away at all time? You see how maddening this gets?
Yeah, and can we also?
It's getting that way. It's getting crazy. But we're going to talk about it some more. We're going to get deeper into it because today is going to be that day. We finna hit the block running. and I'm finna start right now. So y'all do me a solid. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and do not forget to leave your comments in the comment section. Who gets credit for Shedeur? Kevin Stefanski or Shedeur has done it mostly on his own? We'll give Kevin Stefanski some credit, but we ain't finna give him no big ups. You ain't getting none of that. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all be easy. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace out.